Hey, beautiful soul. Happy Galactic New Year. This is such an exciting period that the Earth is walking through the cosmic journey. Hey, beautiful soul. Happy Galactic New Year. Such an exciting portal we're crossing through from July 26th to August 12th as the Earth experiences her cosmic journey through the Lionsgate portal, and this energy peaks on August 8th. So not just one person, not just one region, but the entire galaxy is ready for new beginnings. So let's chat a little bit about how we can harness this energy to bring in our manifestations and set some intentions to harness that energy. My name is Zainab, and I'm a medicine woman, a psychic medium, and a spiritual teacher. And together we're co-creating this space where spirit comes in and shares the messages for our collective. So not only have you chosen this reading, but this reading has chosen you, and you'll find that in a perfect moment when exactly you need this message, as it is timeless. So let's talk about the cosmic weather. We're coming out of Mercury retrograde for the past few weeks, which called us to slow down, to go within and extract the answers, the direction from your own internal GPS, from your soul's true voice. Even though sometimes things can be frustrating during Mercury retrograde, glitches in communication or changes of plans, but in hindsight, that's a blessing in disguise, and it's the universe mirroring to you the need to slow down so that you can actually, in your own wisdom, see through things that are not serving you any longer, see through the illusions, and carve out your own true path here onwards. And it's beautifully ending the Mercury retrograde into the Lionsgate portal activation, and this is a potent time as we come out of the slowing down and reflecting period, transitioning into taking leadership of heart-centered, courageous, open energy, which the lion, the sign of Leo, represents. And it will continue up till the next 3 months. So we've got time, there's no rush. And the fun part of being in this journey is knowing that everything is happening in divine right time and divine right order. So there's really nothing that you can get wrong. It's just a series of choices that are leading us to the next part of our journey, and we get to co-create and design it at every single step. And the amount of work you've put in to level yourself up to this frequency, to this vibration, speaks volumes of how aware you are of your own frequency and how it's leading you beautifully into the depths of this journey. So let's open our oracle deck and invite in spirit to bring through a message for us as we speak. And I'm so happy to reconnect with you. I took some time to take a break and just really slow down and follow my day-to-day impulse and intention, which was really inviting me to rest and to not force myself to get to an outcome. And I realized that this process was so important in helping me see how I want to, pivot from some things and create them into this version that resonates with this part of my life the most. So here I am. Thank you for calling me back in. And we've had a beautiful card come out for us. Excitingly speaking exactly of what I just shared, says deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So lines up perfectly with our Mercury retrograde period and the intuitive feeling I was just sharing with you about just wanting to go in, not forcing yourself to show up in a way society expects you to, and really focus on how your soul is asking to be witnessed, to be manifested in your current time-space reality. And the more you stay aligned with that current, that inner frequency, the more you're going to enjoy this journey, and the more you're able to offer your authentic, pure essence, as well, which is potent, healing and potently activating and catalyzing as we move forward. It's possible that as you are stepping more and more into your power and more into your light, people around you might be feeling triggered or just reactive to that new energy you're embodying. So it's a good time to remind yourself that people's reactions and triggers are speaking of what they are ready to evolve within themselves, or maybe they're unaware, but it's still subconsciously surfacing in their energy. So their reaction is to their own energy that they are sensing. It's nothing to do with you. And you've been super, super kind and accepting of people, making space for them. But now the universe is asking you to not shrink yourself to make those people comfortable who are not yet ready to level up, because you've been called into stepping into your fullness, to your purpose, to your healing role that you embody in your own style on this plane of earth. And it's calling for you to hold that frequency. In the past, you've been the bridge to people, you've been helping them, you've been immersing yourself within their situation and helping them move forward. And they may or may not have appreciated that bridge, but now you've leveled up, you've ranked up fully, you're spiritually promoted, and you're being called to not lower yourself to the frequencies that are not respectful of your growth at this time, because you have a very important purpose in this world, and you're on mission, you're well trained by your own intuition, and you know exactly where you're being led. So even though it might be difficult at times to want to have people be on the same frequency with you and get you and understand exactly where you are and have friends and community in the way that you used to before, but just know that a better level of it has been called in by your own soul over the past few months. So they're coming in, and all you got to do is just hold the frequency that is bringing you joy and peace. And just by being in that, you are healing everyone and anyone who comes into contact with you. So that was a channel message coming through as we spoke. Let's invite in another message from the Oracle card and see how Spirit wants to build up onto this message with us. The numbers 38 in different combinations, 383, 83 have been coming in strongly. So see if that holds any significance for you. And your power animal rabbit has been showing up. For me, it represents inner child connection, and I've been feeling called to speak my truth and go hand in hand with my inner child. With the creativity of a child and the resources of an adult, we can create magic in real time. So see what rabbit represents for you. Is there a message for inner child that's coming in for you? And remember that your intuition already knows what you're being called to. So these messages should only confirm what you're already feeling. If anything gives you anxiety or makes you like out of your own vibe, just know that message is not for you. Leave it behind, since it's a collective reading. So someone else may benefit from it, and take only what resonates with you. All right, we have had a few cards coming out here. Well, just we were talking about being called to hold the frequency, and this one says soul gifts and training, it's time to step up. So this is being confirmed beautifully by spirit that you, my friend, definitely hold a very, very important mission, and you are on the right path. If you were looking for a confirmation, here it is. Keep going, keep doing what you've been doing, and you have already magnetized, you've already called in the resources and the results, and they will be, or already have been, probably appearing for you in your physical reality. And as you move forward, it's only going to get more and more visible. And the fact that you are able to hold your ground no matter people's opinions is helping anchor the change that the world is desperately in need of at the moment, as we shift more and more in numbers from the 3D paradigm to the 5D paradigm, where we connect to our spiritual gifts, to our inherent talents, and where we know and connect to our power wholly as an individual. And that's true for every single human, but it's just that most of us are disconnected, traumatized out of that power, and it takes a while for us to get there to see it. So being someone who's embodying it gives people that visual support in their life to see that somebody is embodied, to see this frequency, embodied, is a blessing, and it makes things more real for people who are still crossing the bridge and finding their path, connecting to their vision. And another card that came out earlier is Inner Earth. It says, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. So you, my friend, are rapidly ascending, and you have just experienced yet another massive quantum leap. And whenever that happens, you can imagine it as traveling from one time zone to another, and your body might feel disoriented, you might feel physical symptoms, could be headaches, could be flu-like symptoms, sometimes it's discomfort in your throat, or it could be muscular pain as well. So it's different for everyone, and these are called ascension symptoms, when your body is shifting from one frequency to a higher frequency, and it's adjusting to that new energetic climate, just like jet lag, you can imagine. But it's always a good idea to check with a medical professional if you're experiencing medical symptoms that are causing you a lot of discomfort. And this is actually a good news, even though it might be a bit discomfort for some time, but you are well aware of this process of ascension, and you've experienced this multiple times. So this is just a reminder to care for yourself deeply as we transition from these massive retrogrades and shifting times in the world. And these are calling in changes that the collective have been ready for past decades, and now we've reached that percentage of people who are, because we're embodying that frequency, we're able to call in the manifestation of it as well for our physical realities and the people around us. So challenge, but a beautiful one that's leading us into our higher growth, into our higher version. And our final card here for today is You Got the Love, which is speaking of protecting your energetic boundaries. It's speaking of Hadrian energy and could possibly be pointing towards codependency. So what are the behaviors, routines, patterns, people, places that are draining your energy? Maybe they were serving you in the past, but as you ascend and you move into a new energetic environment, there are habits, patterns that will be leaving behind. So it's a good time to assess for yourself what has served its purpose in your life, and as you let it go, you make more space for the positive energy to enter your life that you've called in. So thank you very much for being here. I wish you again a very happy Galactic New Year, my friend. And I'm hosting a free masterclass on August 14th to dive into awakening your psychic abilities and tuning more into your intuition. So if you would like to join, I'll drop the link in the description. And I wish you a very, very happy week ahead. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.